Leader of the newly joined Centers for Spiritual Living of Columbia and Greater Baltimore. This is October 14th. This morning I'm reading from Creative Mind and Success by Ernest Holmes, and I opened it up to page 40 and my eyes landed on the second paragraph. God can do for us only what we will allow God to do through us. Intelligence gives us ideas, and in turn, we work on them. But our work is no longer done in any sense of doubt or fear, and we know that we are dealing with something that never makes a mistake. We proceed with a calm confidence born of inner trust in a power that is infinite. Behind all of our movements, then, is a great purpose: to let the law work through us. That's a lot. That's a lot, right? This idea of participating without... Good morning, Gus. This idea of doing what we do and letting go of the outcome, right? That the infinite, the divine, God, Spirit, whatever word works for you to understand that, the activity of that triune being is doing the work as us, in, through, and the part we shy away from is as us. And to really lean into, there are no mistakes. Does it mean that in a human realm we don't miss the mark? Of course we miss the mark, because we're always wrestling with divine intelligence versus conditioned thinking. And sometimes we get lost in our conditioned thinking, and we forget that we're not separate. We forget that this infinite beingness is acting in, through, and as us. And sometimes the ideas that come to us, the spiritual wisdom, the vision of that pulls us, challenges our human conditioning, right? And so we have those places where we tell ourselves, I can't do that. That's too big. It's too late. I'm too old. I don't have the resources. Whatever it is we tell ourselves. And what if none of that is true? What if the voice, the nudge, the infinite intelligence that is the idea itself is the resource? And if we simply say yes, the resources, the ability, the connections, whatever it is that is necessary to fulfill that idea, shows up in ways that we couldn't possibly script. It. And so it teaches us to let go. And so I invite you to, throughout the day, just bring to mind situations that in your human awareness, in your human brain, you were 100% convinced there ain't no way this is working out. And yet it did. Right? Imagine those places. Bring to your memory those times where things that felt or appeared miraculous happened in your life. And then begin to understand that that's your spiritual norm. That's available to you all the time. That the only thing that makes it unavailable to us is us. We make it unavailable by what we tell ourselves. Because law is always operating, and if we are holding in our beliefs, if we're holding in our awareness that it can't happen, then the activity of law can only make it not happen. It's tricky because we still are wrestling with there's no God outside of us. And yet it is outside of us, and it's inside of us, and it's all around us, but it's never separate from us. And so when we understand that, it makes it much easier to navigate this idea of wholeness. So that's what's alive in me this morning. I'm going to read this paragraph through one more time and take us into our 5-minute meditation practice. Just invite you to be present with whatever thoughts, sensations, ideas, feelings come up during this 5 minutes. I invite you to just be present with, to avoid trying to make something happen, and to refuse to push away anything that does happen. Just practice being present. Here's the reading again. God can do for us only what we will allow God to do through us. Intelligence gives us ideas, and in our turn, we work on them. But our work is no longer done in any sense of doubt or fear, for we know we are dealing with something that never makes a mistake. We proceed with a calm confidence born of the inner trust in a power that is infinite. Behind all of our movements, then, is a great purpose: to let the law work through us.